I have something that could very well be great news when it comes to Cardano. And what is that? If we take a look at this right here, we'll see an article saying that Cardano's Charles Hoskinson, and Charles, by the way, is the founder of Cardano, but even besides that, visits SpaceX. And yeah, that's like the Elon Musk, SpaceX. If you know, you know. But even besides that point, we take a look at Charles Hoskinson visited SpaceX and praised its efficient operations and motivated workforce. So that's, of course, a very big thumbs up. Not to mention, here's where things get a little bit more cooking, because Hoskinson hinted at an ongoing discussions with SpaceX under a non-disclosure agreement, promising more updates later. So you take a look at that, right? That's amazing. However, we have to take a look at a key takeaway when it comes to this article. Again, non-disclosure agreement. So if you take a look at it, there could very well be something going on with SpaceX and Cardano. We just don't know. But because it's a non-disclosure agreement, of course, illegally, allegedly, right, they just can't reveal it out there, because by nature, a non-disclosure agreement is something that can't be disclosed. So yeah, even besides that point, what do I think holds when it comes to the future of Cardano? I think massive things, because we also take a look at Charles Hoskinson not too long ago having these like cryptic posts, right? When it comes to Ripple, maybe having a collaboration one day in the future. Many people speculated, and I even made a video on that. Also, now you take a look at this, maybe something going on with SpaceX. We just don't know. Could be massive. So when you take a look at Cardano, man, they're just doing amazing things. I mean, they're going well beyond what a lot of other projects are doing. Oftentimes people like to compare Cardano to something like Solana, because they say, oh, wow, take a look at Solana. It's amazing, all this type of stuff. But the way I view it is that Solana is basically like the Washington Wizards of blockchains. Now, this analogy is going to make a lot more sense to people who actually like the NBA, but let me explain, right? If you take a look at the Washington Wizards, they haven't won a championship in pretty much forever, right? I believe the last time they won was in the 70s. So yeah, but even besides that point, you take a look at in the early 2000s, what was the Washington Wizards known for? Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan, granted at that time, was well past his prime in my opinion, but if a team is only known for having a past his prime Michael Jordan, I don't think that's that good. Now, you fast forward a couple of years later, right? Or should I say a number of years later, what happened? Washington Wizards, they have John Wall. But when it comes to John Wall, when I ask my friends, hey, what do you know John Wall for? They pretty much know him for dancing, doing the Dougie. Now, granted, he's very good at dancing, but when your star player, especially at that time, back then, right, for the Washington Wizards, is known for dancing more so than his basketball capabilities, I don't know about that. So the way you take a look at Solana is basically like the Washington Wizards of blockchains. Why is that? It's because, yeah, sure, Solana, it's a layer 1 blockchain, right? Has a lot of fans, a lot of hype, much like the Washington Wizards. But then on the flip side, Solana is known for meme coins that exist on its ecosystem. Now, this is not the fault of Solana by any means, because of course, having good projects on an ecosystem, it takes time. And also oftentimes they can't really just, choose that, hey, we only want this type of project in our ecosystem. It's pretty difficult to do that in some cases. So of course, it's not really their fault that there's a lot of meme coins. But then Solana is only known for primarily just meme coins. You know what I mean? For a good layer 1 blockchain, I don't know if that's all you want to be known for. Much like, the Washington Wizards. You know what I mean? Now, granted, there's Jupiter on Solana, and I'll give it that. It's a good DeFi project, but really beyond that, what is Solana known for? You know what I mean? So yeah, the way you take a look at Solana is that it's great, but then it still has a ways to go. When you take a look at Cardano, yeah, sure, it doesn't have flashy meme coins on it, even though I do like Snack, Cardano meme coin, even though it doesn't have like the most flashy, again, projects, even just beyond meme coins. Even despite that, I still do believe that Cardano is doing better things than Solana in the grand scheme of things, right? Because you take a look at not too long ago, even the first legally enforceable Cardano smart contract was signed in Argentina. Also, not to mention, Cardano not too long ago unlocked over $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin liquidity with Bitcoin OS bridge integration. So if you take a look at that, what is better than, meme coins, right? I think something like this. Don't get me wrong, I love meme coins, but when I take a look at purely just as a layer 1 blockchain, Cardano, I think it's much better than Solana. Also, Cardano doesn't have this unreliable history. If you take a look at it, Solana, even though as of right now it's doing very well, and a lot of people pretty much forgot about this, but not too long ago, Solana had 8 different network outages in just a time span of a year. That's pretty bad, in my opinion. Now, again, they kind of fixed it, and the past is the past. We can't change that. But still, the way I view it is that Cardano is a very reliable layer 1 blockchain. And don't get me started when it comes to Ethereum. We all know that Ethereum is kind of caca compared to Cardano. Sky high gas fees and arguably not even scalable. So yeah, when I take a look at Cardano, I think it's pretty much one of the best layer 1 blockchains out there. But then the crazy thing about it is that it's not, too massive yet. Like a BNB, like a Solana, like an Ethereum, it still has a ways to go. And keep in mind, a lot of the times people like to say that $10 is crazy, but that's not true. Market cap considering current circulating supply would be around $350 billion. I get it, it's around a 13x from here. Not the best hypothetical upside, but I don't mind because, I'm not looking for a 1000x, And even beyond that, I've been talking about Cardano for ages. I've been acquiring ADA, Cardano's native token, ever since 2021. So when people like to say, oh, dude, you're just jumping in the bandwagon when it comes to Cardano. Well, no. I've been believing in Cardano ever since 2021. So it's not like I just randomly believed in it like a week ago, But even besides that point, I'm still buying ADA though. It's not like I'm giving up and being like, oh yeah, it's not going to go anywhere beyond this. No, I disagree. I think the bull run is far from over. Bitcoin did have a very good pump, but I think the journey is still very far. Reaching over $150,000 when it comes to Bitcoin as of right now is seemingly more realistic than ever before, in my opinion. Hypothetically, not only time will tell, but if Bitcoin were to do that, altcoin season I think is going to be crazy. Also on top of that, I think ADA is just naturally going to hypothetically join that ride. So I think that when it comes to ADA, the ride is far from over. I'm not giving up, I'm not quitting, and I'm still believing in its ecosystem. After all, there's over 2,000 projects building and thriving on Cardano. So that's not bad whatsoever. A lot of times people like to say, oh yeah, man, Cardano doesn't have anything going on for it. Well, I disagree. When you have thousands of projects building and thriving, it's not bad. A lot of these developers, they're not randomly announcing on X or whatever every single day and saying, oh yeah, we're building this. A lot of them are low key. So I think sometimes people kind of confuse that when it comes to Cardano. They're like, okay, why are they not that flashy? Because by nature, it's not supposed to be flashy. You know what I mean? It's a different vibe. It's like, for instance, buying a pair of Jordans versus like a pair of dress shoes. Of course, the Jordans are going to look a lot more flashy, but then it doesn't necessarily mean that the dress shoes are bad. They're built for different purposes. You know what I mean? So yeah, the way you take a look at it is that Cardano, it's kind of like a well-built dress shoe. You know what I mean? A custom tailored suit. It's not supposed to be the most flashy thing out there, but hey, it's cool. You know what I mean? Solana is like that one person who uses like a Scottie Pippen tank top jersey to a wedding. You know what I mean? It's going to catch a lot of attention, but, does it have much substance? You know what I mean? Is that professional? I don't know. Cardano, it's like a suit, that's the way I take a look at it. And again, ADA at the price of $10, that's still my price target during this bull run. Cardano, man, it's just going ham. You take a look at Charles Hoskinson, he's just continuing to push forward, and I like that. Oftentimes people also don't understand that when it comes to Charles, he's actually the co-founder of Ethereum, which is kind of crazy to think about. You have someone who's the co-founder of Ethereum, pretty much one of the biggest things out there, and now he's the founder of Cardano. Caralho, porra. I think Cardano could very well have such a bright future. And again, ADA at the price of $10, even considering current circulating supply, market cap is around $350 billion. Ethereum exceeded this by over $200 billion, by the way, back in 2021. I don't think it's too crazy, and I'm still very bullish on Cardano. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's only the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm a peace. Bye.